Mr. Lloyd Smith. Lloyd. Thank you, Mike.
This speech was a kind of an oddball event because Brandon has done many speeches in Toastmasters in the previous educational system. I should point out to you too that Toastmasters is in the process of transitioning between a program that's been around 5, 6, 7 years to a newer one. And so the icebreaker is typically the kind of speech you do at the very start of your membership in Toastmasters, which this is not. But having said that, you did it really well, I thought. The little evaluation form here asked, what did you excel at? I thought there were several things. You were very comfortable up here, very self-confident, and that's obviously due to some of your experience that you've had. You're good at storytelling. Your speech was essentially 2 stories kind of that were linked together, and you're good at that. You were good at using dialogue. Most people don't use much dialogue at all, and you used it, and that was good. And you were good at using the prop, the chair. That might sound like a minor thing, but it is surprisingly easy to screw up whenever you're using a prop. It's easy. I've seen people attempt to use a chair and sit down next to it as opposed to on it. You want your speech to be memorable, but not that way. Anyway, you were good at that. I thought it seemed natural. And you were good at the dialogue too, and that, I think, though, is one of the things you want to work on. It would be good, if possible, to vary your voice when you're switching from speaker to speaker. Like when you were sitting in the chair and you were speaking in the voice of your former supervisor who was about to fire you. Your voice and the supervisor's voice was the same voice. And it would be good, if possible, to do that. I'm no good at that either. So do as I say, not as I do. To challenge yourself. The first thing Derek mentioned your movement, which I thought was quite good. I'd continue to work on that. That's kind of you're good at that anyway, but that's definitely a skill to keep working on. You don't want to get into the pacing thing. It's a little bit weird in this room compared to a bigger stage, I guess. But the point is, when you make a movement, as Derek said, you use the movement in the same way you'd use a paragraph indentation if you were writing. In other words, make a movement when you're changing subject or focus or whatever. As I said, that it's already pretty good, but that's something to keep developing, I think. The other thing is the narrative arc development. Your speech did have a narrative arc to it, but it was more like a plateau, if you see what I mean. It would be good if you could think of a way, I guess, to make it a little more dramatic. Now, we know it worked out because here you are. But, you can't say, well, and then I became a bum living under a bridge. But you see what I mean. It was pretty good the way it was, but it could have been a little better of a story, I guess, a little more self-contained. But I like this a lot. I thought this was a very good icebreaker, considering that it's actually not the very first icebreaker you've ever done. Good job. Thank you, Lloyd.
Time for our timers report. Mary.